do not believe that children are inherit their parents' karma. I do not agree with that opinion because, in my opinion, the souls represent their own person and responsible for their own actions, not represented by children or other people. But on many occasions, it often appears as if children are reaping karma from their parents' actions. For example, parents who are generous and hardworking, their children will reap the kindness and efforts of their parents. Otherwise, a person who has committed a crime by torturing others until got physically disabled, then one day, if he has a child, will be born with a disability, as if their child is the one who bears this karmic act. So, does it mean that children inherit their parents' karma? I don't think so. Actually, it's not karmic inheritance from the parents, but it looks like that. I think it is more like this. Parents who are doing A as an example will be reunited with the soul of someone who also has similar karma. Then that person will become their child. So that, as if the parents' karma or sins are born by their child, but actually they are brought together because they have karmic similarity. These two parties meet because they have a correlation, which is a correlation to help each other in the process of accepting karma. This is the same as someone who brutally rapes a woman and then kills her. Then in the next life, the perpetrator will come back to live again as a recipient of revenge, namely as a woman, and will also experience brutal rape and then be killed. Then whose soul does the retaliation process? The perpetrator of the vengeance is a person who has a tendency to do the same, because he has low lust as well. If this retaliator does this, one day this person will also receive the same. However, if the potential perpetrator of this karma retaliation has high enough awareness and canceling to commit the brutal act, the potential avenger will receive an award in the form of an increase in the level of soul and be released from this karmic cycle. Thus, the recipient of retaliation will meet again with another person until the retaliation process is achieved. Someone who when he was young dared to oppose his parents, one day will also experience the same resistance from their children. This is not a karmic inheritance, but a lesson he must receive, so that he will understand how it feels to be treated like this. So in the end, he will meet with the soul of a child who also has a tendency to hurt their parents, and very difficult for potential avenger, namely their child, to not to be rude to their parents later, because the ego of this soul also has the same inclination, and that's why they met. However, if the child can resist this behavior with a very high awareness and able to avoid the action, then his soul will experience a level increase. And the prospective recipient of karma, namely the parents, will still receive that karma consequence. It could be in the next life or from their other child, until he finally accepts the karma. The point is, karmic consequence cannot be avoided, and until we never, the cue of karma will still wait until we receive it. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video so that it can be watched for many people. Sending love and blessing.